What's good, YouTube? It's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to explore the samples used in Like That by Metro Boomin, Future featuring Kendrick Lamar. So there are two separate songs that are sampled in this track, so let's get to the first one. Here is our blank logic session. The first thing we're going to do is change our tempo mode to automatic mode. This way when we bring in our samples, it'll auto lock it to the tempo and it'll be really easy to chop it up. Let's go ahead and bring in the first sample, the Rodney O Joe cooley-Everlasting bass track. Logical analyze and do its thing. Now the tempo is set and it's going to be really easy to cut up the parts that we need. So right there off the top is our first edit that we need to cut up. So right there, right up into that snare. So if we just loop that, that's the intro bit. And then if we go to the next part where we need to edit, I already did this before, so I know where I want to go. It's going to go to we're going to go to bar 66 and we're going to chop up right over here. And we're going to cut that for a 4-bar length. Ooh, I did a 3-bar length. There's our 4-bar length. All right, so that is the first sample, and now we're going to bring in the second sample. But before we do that, we're going to do one small sort of housekeeping thing that I like to do when working with multiple samples in one session. So what we're going to do here is hit this arrow drop down right here. We're going to go to our tempo track, and we're going to create a new tempo set. This way we'll be able to keep our tempo locked to the sample that we brought in as many times as we need with new sets, and then we can go back to it in case we need to get something else or change our sample. So let's just rename this sample right here. We'll call it the Everlasting bass. So that's our tempo for that. Now we'll click that again. We'll go to tempo sets. We'll click new set. And now we'll bring in that second sample. Going to bring it in the same way as we did the other one. Logical analyze it, do its thing. And now it's locked to the new tempo at 82 beats per minute. But I think this one changes along the way. As you see, it goes up a little bit. But it's going to go from the top.
He was once a thug from around the way.
So we're going to go ahead and chop this up. And we're going to chop this up right over here as well. So it's a 2-bar length chop. We don't need the full 2 bars, but we'll just take the 2 bars and just take out what we don't need afterwards. So now let's go ahead and rename this tempo set to Eazy-Duz-It. And we'll create one last tempo set. We'll create a new one here, which will be the Like That tempo, which is 162 beats per minute, which is in pretty much double time from the other samples. So whatever length the original samples are at, we're going to double the length of it to match the new tempo. We're just going to create 2 audio tracks here. And we're going to go back to our original tempo set because I just want to show you one thing before we bring it over. We'll go to this and you'll see that this is a 1/4 bar in length, this sample. So I'm going to copy this down. Whoa, just this sample. And I'm going to copy this sample that we chopped up right over here down as well. And this was 4 bars, right? So now we are double timed, or half time. So we got to make the length of these samples double the length to match the new tempo. So let's go back to our new tempo set. It's a little confusing, but you get the hang of it pretty quickly. So like I said, we got to stretch this over to 1/2 bar length to match our new tempo. So we're just going to go right to there. There's 1/2 bar length. And this second sample, we got to stretch it out to 8 bars because the original was set at 4 bars. Now we are locked to the new tempo. The next thing we got to do is take these samples and pitch it down 1 semitone. So we're going to select both of them and hit Option on our keyboard and the down arrow key. You'll notice the -1 on the regions right there. That means it went down 1 semitone. Let's go ahead and arrange the intro part, and this part right here just pretty much stays as is. So I'm just going to move this over to there, and let's start up chopping up this sample. In this video, I'm going to show you 2 ways to chop up a sample. This way is working with audio and just chopping it up that way. All right, let's work on the second half of that. All right, so there is our intro bit, just like that. right, that's one way to arrange your sample. Next, let's bring in the sample from the Eazy-E track, and we'll sample it another way. So let's go back to the Eazy-E track. Let's move this up top. Actually, we can hide this one now. We don't need it. We're going to take this right here, create a new audio track, and take our sample, drag that down once again. And we're going to set this over to 4 bars in length because at the original tempo, it was 2 bars in length. And now we're going to go ahead and arrange the sample in a slightly different way. We're going to take this audio file, drag it over to our gray area, and go to quick sampler optimized. Can't really talk. I just got to take a part from this sample, make sure that we're using the right section for it. So let's take that, copy that over. All right, so this is for the section where the sample comes in. It's just loops. And we're gonna draw in the pattern for the sample.
He was once a thug from around the way. He was once a thug. He was once a thug.
So we're gonna open up Logic's Quick Sampler. We're gonna make sure that our polyphony is set to 1. And we're gonna leave it on classic. So I'm gonna control the length of how long the sample will play with my MIDI.
He was once a thug. He was once 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 a thug. He was once a thug. He was once a thug. He was once a thug.
So right there is the 2 sets of samples that was used in Like That by Metro Boomin with Future featuring Kendrick Lamar. I will do a full beat breakdown of this because there were things that Metro Boomin layered to these loops and added as well. Stay tuned for that. If you do have a question on this, we can go chat in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Later. Peace.